they were challenged. But do you kind of agree with that assessment that, has the UK been challenged? Was Israel the right opponent to do that, or is there still more to come?
I don't know if Israel was the right opponent, because I think one of the biggest strengths that UK brings to the board is they remind me a little bit of South Korea in that they're there having so much fun in game, and that really changes your ability to adapt. And it's making UK look really, really strong. Israel, I'm a little bit worried. We talked about their coach giving them advice, giving them tips. Is he able to do that in real time the same way he was able to do that in the team house? Is he as helpful to them? Because I know that their leader is a big part of their success.
Yeah, they have certainly, found improvement within themselves, but this has become a whole new beast for them here, playing against some of the best players in the world, especially on the United Kingdom side. So guys, overall, sad for Israel, happy though for the United Kingdom, because they are at the top of their group. They're not looking to be outdone here by the Yanks and our friends over in Chinese Taipei. That being said, though, we have one more match remaining in this broadcast, and it will be Germany facing off against Belgium. And that is certainly shaping up to be a great matchup. You're not going to want to miss it. Plenty more to come here at the 2017 Overwatch World Cup Los Angeles group stage.
The Overwatch World Cup is brought to you by Omen by HP, T-Mobile, and Blizzard Entertainment.
If you want to stay on top of your game, then you need T-Mobile, America's best unlimited network. We doubled our coverage, so you can stream the Overwatch World Cup where you are. Now share every epic team res and victory in more places than ever before. That's another reason why T-Mobile is America's best unlimited network.
You know there's more out there, don't you? It's time I showed you something.
Oh, the moon. I grew up there, looking down at the earth, dreaming about what life would be like. But I loved my time there. The scientists were my family. I learned so much from them. I had so many great memories. We were working together to build humanity's future amongst the stars. And of course, Dr. Winston. He was like a father to me. It was home. But it wasn't to be. Not everyone liked life on the moon. All the tests and the rules. The others hatched a plan. No more injections. No more experiments. And the doctors, my friends, they were all gone. There was nothing left for me. I couldn't stay. They didn't want me anyways. So I escaped to Earth, my new home. But they're still up there. And someday, we'll have to go back.
Team UK asserted their dominance and clinched the top 2 spot in their group, so congratulations to them. And guys, it's our last match of the day. We have Team Germany going against Team Belgium, and to get us ready for this match, to send us into it swiftly, we're going to send it back to the desk with Golden Boy and the crew. Take it away, my guy.
Thank you so much, Malik. I just take a moment and just turn around and look at those signs, because they were hilarious. Some of them were great. One sign said Nerf Jeff. Another one said, my name is Jeff. It was fantastic. Just solid memes, guys. Solid memes.
Good synergy, though.
Good synergy. Yeah, we
Nice
synergize. All right, so guys, we do want to talk about this upcoming match, because it's going to be a good one. It's going to be Germany facing off against Belgium in our final matchup of the day for Group H. Germany 3-2, Belgium 0-4, looking to make a statement here potentially. But one statement that I need to make is that we got to thank our friends over at T-Mobile. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, T-Mobile, America's best unlimited network. Big thank you to T-Mobile for all the support that they have provided for the 2017 Overwatch World Cup. Now, if you're just joining us here because, you want to check out this Germany-Belgium matchup, maybe you haven't seen the other games, let's go ahead and get you up to speed on what's been going on here in Los Angeles today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We kicked off the broadcast with United States versus Brazil. The U.S. managed to get a 4-0 victory there. Then Chinese Taipei versus New Zealand was basically the same thing. And then in for Overwatch, we have the United Kingdom taking out Israel 4-0 as well. Shaping up for those Sunday matches to be pretty good. But our final matchup of the day in Group H will be Germany versus Belgium. There are some folks in the crowd getting some free stuff. Pretty exciting stuff, honestly. A little disturbed. There's some hootering, there's some hollering.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, no, I want free stuff.
Well, but you're not putting in the work for it.
It's very clear, like it's just not working out for me. I've had no opportunity to buy merch. The merch store is literally right in front of me.
That's a tease.
It's hard to stare at this down.
Like what up, merch team?
Yeah, merch team crushing it, and I just don't.
We'll get you a Diva jacket.
Oh, there's merch team.
I want a Diva jacket.
Look at, wow, how many blind boxes is that guy buying?
Yeah.
Like a pallet of blind boxes.
9 boxes.
Yeah,
live your best life, dude.
I have no idea if that guy knows he's on camera, but he just bought everything, and now, guys, all of it's gone. So there you go. You can't buy that anymore. All right, well, this matchup, Germany versus Belgium. Reinforce, I know you have some experience with these players here. Want to get your thoughts, or just overall thoughts. Overall thoughts.
Well, Belgium, they struggled yesterday, let's be honest, right? But they did undergo some role changes, rather, for this game today. So they're turning themselves, they're feeling a lot better. This is Germany with Internet Hulk, getting fired up.
Yeah. And
so in the intro, anyway.
Yeah, and on the German side here, so I want to get your thoughts on this one, too, because this team looking primed and ready.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I don't think we saw them in their final form, but they mean to change that today, and I can't wait to see all the players stepping up again. Kranks and Nash really impressed yesterday. Looking forward to see more.
That's right. This is a team that everyone is supposed to do their job, period, right?
Yeah, they really did. The only problem I saw yesterday was Venus died a lot, and whenever he died, they started to lose fights. So I very much hope that he either goes more passive or the team might go a bit more defensive in their overall style. But other than that, I think they did pretty well, and I do think it's going to be a one-sided kind of story against Belgium. Ooh, call-outs.
Wouldn't get too far ahead of yourself there, Zoe.
Well, but I did. I can't take it back anymore. So
Rachel, your thoughts?
Well, I think Belgium's going to bring a little more to the table than they did yesterday. They went back to the drawing board last night, and we found out from their committee that they're actually going to swap up a few of the roles. It looks like Baud is heading to Winston, Bruder is going over to Lucio, and then AFox is taking on his main competitive role outside of the Overwatch World Cup, which is the Ana Zen flex support role.
Yeah, and it seems like that is a comforting move for them, Reinforce.
Yes, I mean, they need to make some more space for Logix. They need to make him some room because he is the star player of this team. So they need to get Logix going, and perhaps a change to Winston can secure them a bit more space.
Well, here comes Belgium as they make their way out for this match. And they seem pretty confident. There was Spree, there's Logix at the end there as well. And you're so right. I mean, Logix is one of the best tracers in Europe. Would you say he's one of the best tracers in Europe, or maybe even globally?
The world?
Ooh, that's a very interesting topic. Maybe for another day.
It's a hot topic.
Yeah, we need to get social media involved in that one.
Yeah, oh, maybe a Twitter poll.
There we go, second one of the day.
we're crushing it over here. I love it. So these role changes are going to be very interesting. I don't quite know how it will pan out. They did mention, though, I believe you said, Rachel, that the scrims have been going well?
Yes, they have been scrimming. Of course, all scrims go well for the team reporting, as we hear. But no, it does sound like it was a successful switch for them, and especially in the case of AFox, who this is the role that he normally plays, and he might be able to contribute a little bit more perspective-wise when you can sort of put things on the autopilot, as it were.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a tough matchup on both sides. So he thinks it's going to be a little one-sided. Meanwhile, Belgium, Rachel's a little confident here in this squad. Let's see how this is all going to pan out. Send it over to your commentators for this last matchup of the day. It's going to be Monte Cristo and Doa.
Hey guys, Doa and Monte Cristo here for Belgium versus Germany, our final match of the day here on day 2 of the Overwatch World Cup here in Santa Monica. And I got to agree with the desk. I think this one on paper looks a little bit one-sided based on what we've seen already, but you never know in a tight EU throwdown what you're going to see. Yeah.
Well, at least with Germany yesterday, when we were casting them against Israel, they had some coordination. That was their high point, right? But maybe the individual skill outside of the Cranks and Nesh combo wasn't really there. They did struggle using the Sombra. So if there's a guy who can really try and outplay the opposition, it will be Logix.
Sure
and
enough.
On that Tracer, if he can make the big individual plays, if his team can adequately protect him, maybe there's a shot here for Belgium.
My biggest question with this match is about Germany and Belgium. Who turned whose flag sideways for their own flag? It's one of the two. I don't know which one. Somebody had that flag first. Somebody else just turned it sideways and used it for their own.
That's a good point.
I'll let you decide. That's a question.
I don't know which country had that flag first.
Okay, I guess the colors are in a little bit different order, but you get the idea.
Just a remix.
It's a remix, that's right.
Flag remix.
Yeah.
It's like Russia and France, flag remix.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
But nobody remixed the Stars and Stripes, though.
Well,
actually, that's not even true.
That's not, yeah, I was going to say, wow. Geez, America,
I'm just lying.
America buy as much? Wow. Sad stuff.
Sad stuff indeed.
This school system. Well, here we go. Belgium on the defense, Germany on the attack, and we'll see if they can get a good start here on Hollywood. We're not too far from Hollywood ourselves right now, are we?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
But Germany here will be on the attack first. Well, Cranks back on the Genji, made some big Dragon Blade plays on that particular hero yesterday, and Internet Hulk will be playing at the, not the Sombra on this attack, but just the Lucio. And he's going to pick up that first kill.
Oh, big early pick on the bot. Actually, both Winstons falling here, so it's a Winston-less fight between the two teams. Cranks comes in and cuts down Spree. Meanwhile, Senpai popped out of his mech. A great start for Germany here on the attack on Hollywood, and it's looking like it's going to be a pretty quick point A take.
Some methodical straight-up push. We didn't see a lot of it. Tricky tactics from Germany. They do like to just push in and try and win some of these duels.
Yeah.
And they manage it here against Belgium, and they're already shoving very far forward through Westworld.
Yeah, why not? I mean, when you've got the edge like that, oh, and Nesh gets two at the pulse bomb. When you've got the edge, why not push it? Takes a while to get that payload moving, especially if nobody's on it. But,
now it's gonna start rolling though, and they've created so much space on the map already. Fox nearly goes down. Has 100% on his ultimate right now, so we'll be matching Veinless for the Transcendence. Cranks there has the Dragon Blade, so big opportunity to make some plays here for the German side.
And the dive onto the high ground coming in for Germany, just trying to free up some space for them to push forward, and there really hasn't been much of a defense from Belgium just yet. Having a little bit of trouble getting situated. They're trying to come around the side now, you can see. Senpai coming over the top of the building. Now they're on the payload. Cranks still gets in the back lines with that Dragon Blade. A little bit of trouble. Transcendence comes in from Avox just at the right moment. Keeps everybody alive, but that payload is moving. Now the dive comes in. Bruder goes down, and enough members of Belgium brought to low health that Germany can clean up the fight after fending off that initial engage.
And one thing Germany has been effective at is making sure that they get the most out of their ultimates. Sure, there have been individual mistakes, but in that instance, you can see them smoothly pushing the payload forward, chaining those support ultimates together back to back so they can win the fight. Brudor going to be coming back with a sound barrier of his own, but it's going to be tricky in order to stop this, particularly with Icefelt able to make a lot of room on the point now with that self-destruct.
Sure enough, the payload nearly there for point B. It's time now. Oh, Apox gets the pick on the Veinless. Good start for Belgium. Germany needing to be careful. Internet Hulk does go down too. So both supports for Germany out of the way. And they might not actually be able to finish this one out right now.
Well, Skipjack picks up the kills onto the enemy supports though, and onto Spree. So at least the finisher is there. Self-destruct, blasts people off the point, and will demech Senpai.
I said
that's going to be, you did say might not. It's going to be a quick point B. Still 5 minutes here in the studio phase of Hollywood. Plenty of time to make this work, and Avox isolated and killed instantly by Skipjack as he tries to rejoin his team.
Yep, that's right. I mean, I can see why electricity would be pretty strong against Zenyatta.
Either that or just supercharge him, though. Who knows? You can nano boost him, and he's like arcing electricity and doing a ton of damage.
I would be okay with that.
If you got nano boosted on Zenyatta?
Yeah, I mean, it's been done. Pulse Bomb comes in, kill on to Skipjack, got a little bit caught. No, actually, that was a different Pulse Bomb. That was confusing.
Avox does peek the corner onto Nesh, though. It was already going to be a situation where Germany would be pulling back, trying to respawn, regroup, as Logix does pick up the necessary kill. He's been historically very accurate with his pulse bombs.
Yeah.
As we've seen him play.
A couple ults coming up for Belgium now, so if they can kind of stay coordinated, they can defend for a little while longer. Germany going in with the Transcendence. Ooh, and Cranks going in hard with the Dragon Blade as well. Couple kills for him, make it 3, and Germany steamrolling that push.
That was a bit awkward with the sound barrier on the opposite side of that fight. Hulk, who's been very consistently good with this sound barrier so far, maybe pulling that one out a little bit too late, but the initial approach strong as we see them coming in with the Transcendence and the Dragon Blade, and then right here, well, there were only 4 or 5 people dead, so.
You don't see Hulk doing that a whole lot.
No, he's very precise with that ultimate most of the time.
Yeah, well, uncharacteristic mistake there. Germany pushing ahead, but they may wish they will have had that Lucio ultimate available. Logix gets a couple kills with that pulse bomb. Talk about timing for that. Franks with a little bit of revenge here. Senpai not able to get back into the Diva suit. Germany still pushing ahead for the moment, but Spree may be able to gain a little bit of defensive space with that tack visor. But he has to retreat.
Get much with it, actually.
Wow.
Cranks is still going to fall, so did pick up a kill at the very end.
Yep.
And that means Germany has to regroup on the backside. Only the pulse bomb available for them right now. Brudor will be coming up with the sound barrier for an extended hold. So 2 support ultimates going to be up here for Belgium. Should give them a lot of opportunities to defend on this point. So Germany are going to have to take this one a little bit easy right now. If they're lucky, maybe they can pull a Dragon Blade and get both support ultimates out.
Yeah. They know Nesh is in that corridor. They got to be careful here. Throws out the pulse bomb. Little bit of damage out of that, but not a whole lot. Belgium drops the sound barrier. Germany coming in with their own support ultimate. Cranks has that Dragon Blade up. Bout does go down. It is a problem, though. The respawns are close. Germany, though, has an advantage. All they need to do is keep handling these respawns efficiently, and they should be able to finish Hollywood. They're nearly there, 2 meters away.
And Internet Hulk actually has the sound barrier, uses it at the end, but nobody able to get onto the payload.
Oh, don't leave him hanging. There we go. All right, all right. Jack out eventually.
He didn't even pass it down, though. You have to pass the fist bump down. That's how it works in FPS games.
Yeah, well, apparently Germany's got some work to do in that category at least.
Well, they've had good communication otherwise, but maybe just over the comms and not in terms of the body language.
Well, you can tell someone that you want that fist bump. You're like, fist bump requested.
Nobody did that, apparently.
Guess not. Oh, well.
Well, Belgium going to have a long way to go here. 2:24 is the time in the bank for Team Germany, and Belgium a little bit scattered on their defensive play.
Yeah.
These role swaps that we've seen not showing a lot of effect thus far.
You know, Logix had a couple good moments in that round, but for the most part, too, Germany seemed pretty ready for what he was going to do. And you know, where you are a little bit on the one-dimensional side in Belgium's situation, that is a problem.
Well, you know, for this Belgian roster, there were several competing factors. They really didn't have a lot of time to prepare with their other players' commitments either.
Yeah.
Hearthstone is broken.
He must have been playing against Quest Rogue. I understand that. Yeah. We've all been there.
I was going to say Pirate Warrior, but
same effect, same thing. Your iPad ends up looking the same. Yeah. Well, here we go. Germany on the defense now. Belgium asked to attack. They've got quite a bit of work ahead of them. Germany setting a pretty good time, actually. 2:24 left on the clock.
It's going to be a pretty typical defense here. No Ana this time. They will be running the Zenyatta instead, but still the Soldier 76.
Yeah.
For Germany on the defense, and Spree mirroring that with a Soldier of his own. So a lot of poking should precede the fight here on the point.
Yep. Stars are up. Hollywood Stars, rather, as Belgium begins their attack. And we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, Cranks gets a good look at the team. They are going to chase him off because they still have long-range damage. So has to fall onto the low ground right now. Belgium is interesting. He's actually protecting the flank right now, so he can make sure they're not on the high ground of the cafe, and the Tracer isn't flanking. So he's trying to control Nesh, but he is there all by his lonesome.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the biotic field, but it's a bit of a risky place for Soldier to be. Belgium does manage to sneak around through the cafe, though, and they're on the point now. Icefeld does get the kill on Devon to start things off with. Senpai responds, but it looks like it's going to be mostly Germany holding this here, unless Logix can pull off a bit of a miracle. Germany's still with a pretty solid spot up on the cafe.
And they still haven't desuited muted, actually. Finally, Senpai is going to lose his suit right now. Cranks gets Logic's off the top, but he's going to die so low, and that pulse bomb might be enough. It's not.
Would have been so close. Transcendence coming in now for Vaneless, though, and that should be the end of it. Yeah, Germany a little bit close there, but they managed to hold.
That was very close for them, especially with Cranks dying at the very end, too. Logic's nearly carrying his team out of that scenario.
Well, that's where you really see the strength of Logic's, because his team at least opened up enough space for him that he kind of got a lot of free firing, got a lot of position on Germany, but it was almost enough. Not quite. Here comes a dive again. Germany up onto the cafe once more. Bond going down first again. Second fight in a row. A problem for Belgium.
Senpai gonna go ahead and use the self-destruct. Still kills trading out right here. Avox wants to come in, help Senpai, and Spree. Senpai needs to remech. Does actually get it in the end.
Yeah, Primal Rage for Skipjack right as he was about to go down, and Spree on the run. He's on the high ground there. If they can maybe poke out the rest of the remaining members of Germany, they can get some progress on the payload.
There's Attack Visor right now, wants to get the punish. The Diva not there. Spree gets one kill onto Internet Hulk. He's gonna drop down and try and finish off another one. Pushed into the corridor, and there's the sound barrier protecting Team Belgium.
All right, Logic's does kill off Icefeld. Looks like they should be able to eventually claim point A. There's still a few members of Germany around, though. But maybe not enough to seriously contest this. There's a Transcendence, while Vaneless really trying to buy time for the respawns to come back and just simply eat up more of the clock for Belgium, and it's being pretty effective at that. They're finally going to take point A, but Belgium down to a minute 30 on the clock before they took that.
Yeah, now up to 4, but it did take quite a long time for Belgium to win those fights. However, the messy fights, trading out overtime, do favor the attackers. So Logic's here going to take a look at this replay as he just goes ahead and cleans up everybody with the help of his Winston and Bowed. So yeah, Logic's now going to have some time to push out on the map. Wants to come around the right-hand side and see if he can find any supports.
This was one of the maps where the payload takes a little bit longer to get going because you have to wait for those big doors. So you can be a bit more liberal in how aggressively you defend point A. But Germany not deciding to be too aggressive with it, just focusing on taking that high ground. Bot trying to knock people down now. Spree falls early to Skipjack.
Yeah, that's a big moment too, because they have Attack Visor to try and wipe this team. It is going to go down. Cranks using the Attack Visor right away. Yeah. Fox backs off back into the cafe right now.
Yeah, got to back away, and Germany buying themselves a bit of breathing room.
Yeah, they will. No more Attack Visor, however. Didn't do the most work, but still, it's all about that time. 1 minute lost off the clock now.
Well, they've got some good delay tools on the side of Germany. They've got that self-destruct now for Icefeld. They've got Internet Hulk's sound barrier. Bruto going down certainly helps too. Germany having a pretty easy time of it defensively so far.
Yeah, Bowed going to be the next to fall. So staggering Belgium pretty well. And this is going to be a problem here for Belgium. That initial pickoff led into another one. So we've got another 30 seconds lost as Senpai goes down very late to Icefeld.
I mean, with each fight you lose on this point two, you can see Germany able to push that defensive line forward a little bit. Now they're getting a better position on top of the building, and it just kind of gets worse for Belgium. But they got a lot of ults now.
Yeah, they do. And the best thing for Germany is that they didn't have to ult to win that last fight. The picks are so important in Overwatch overall because they help you with your ult economy.
Yeah, Germany's going to wait out the Transcendence. They're going to pop theirs a little bit later here. Sound barrier used for Germany as well. They kind of layered their support ultimates a little bit there.
Still going to be okay, though, as they are going to nullify the damage from the Attack Visor by using the Primal Rage from the Winston. Skipjack gets back into the mix right now, and there's Cranks.
Okay.
They gotta run into that Winston shield just a little bit, but that won't stop the cleanup.
Yep. Guess what? Soldier gets very excited when there's no Diva suit in front of him. He's got his ultimate available.
Yeah, even if
like this happens.
Even if there's a Winston bubble at the end, you know, it does fall relatively quickly. And combined with that, or the Discord, you're getting pumping out damage over the point. Logic's actually goes down to Cranks, and that's going to be another delay here for Belgium, who has a short 1 minute left to go to make it all the way to the third point.
You don't see a ton of holds on Westworld, but I think we may be in for one here unless Belgium comes up with a pretty huge definitive attack win in the next few seconds.
Well, it's going to be super hard for them now, Doa, because the closer they get to that enemy spawn, the more difficult it is for them going to be to run back on a short timeline.
Logix takes out Vaneless. Good start. Avox falls. Bull Zenyatta's not living too long for either team. Germany is giving up some serious ground here.
Logix is just doing work right now. He's the reason why they've got these pushes going in the first place. Germany's still going to have plenty of time to defend on point B. So Belgium wins the fight, but they have not yet won the war.
Yeah, we're almost down to overtime too. Less than 30 seconds remaining for Belgium in their attack run here on point B. Germany has a good chance. They've got some ults coming up soon.
Belgium needs the picks. They need this pulse bomb from Logix to be huge. They need Spree to pick up the kills with his tactical visor. He's looking on the side, and that's going to be eaten by the Diva.
Absorbed by Icefelt. Great play for Germany, and they really needed Logix to put this team on his back and carry them, and it doesn't look like he'll be able to do it. Transcendence now for Germany as they try to finish this one off. Right here, right now, Spree with the tac visor ready to go. If he can maybe get some lucky kills with that, it'll help too. Support elements for both sides. Skipjack does pop Senpai out of the Diva suit though.
That might actually be enough. Germany looked like they were going to be able to hold. They got both of their support ults up at the end. The combination of the self-destruct and the primal rage, they're not going to be able to overcome this. So Skipjack again, skipping his way through on the monkey, beating everybody off the cart.
Yep, that's going to be a win on Hollywood for Germany. And it didn't look too tough for him, honestly.
No, it didn't. And all of their ults coming online at the end of that really helped them out. So
the timing was good. I mean, you lose that fight early on in that area, right? And then by the time it gets pushed around, you've got time to skirmish, get some damage done, get some healing done, and get those ultimates back for that last-ditch effort right before the point is over. And, you know, it's pretty par for the course for Westworld if you're going to hold there.
Yeah, absolutely is. So we are going to move to a control map next, and it will be the selection of Belgium. It's like they want to play on Lijiang Tower.
It's been the popular pick today. I think we had one match on Nepal.
Yeah, we had one.
For the most part, it's been Lijiang Tower. Yeah. You know, taking a look at a replay here from Cranks a little bit earlier. Had some pretty sick Dragon Blades all the way through. This wasn't necessarily one of them.
Maybe it wasn't the sickest Dragon Blade.
Maybe it wasn't quite the sickest
He
one.
zoned people back into the spawn point. The zoning Dragon Blade, if you're trying to push it back into the spawn and make sure you get the last few meters on the payload, certainly a viable tactic. Not the flashiest
He's no Cruz, we'll put it that way. There we go. So we are going to be moving on to Lijiang Tower for our next map here. Germany up one map over Belgium. We got a lot of maps to go through yet, Monte Cristo. 3 to be exact.
It's not too many.
Well, I mean, you know, in like, you know, a match, an esports match, 3 maps is a good amount.
It is. It's an appropriate amount. I like these 4 map sets.
I do too.
You get to see every kind of map type played. If you have a specialty as a team, you're going to have a shot at playing that map type at the very least.
Yeah.
But it has been a lot of 4 Overwatch today.
It has. We might be in for a full day of 4 Overwatch here.
We won't be tomorrow, though.
No, no. Tomorrow we're going to have some pretty tight matches. Getting set up for some pretty epic playoffs at the end of the day. Tomorrow, of course, we do have those 2 best-of-5 playoff matches to decide who goes to BlizzCon at the end of the day tomorrow. Yeah, and then we'll have all of our teams for BlizzCon later this year.
Yeah, it is worth noting, too, if Germany wins 2 more maps in this series, it will be a playoff between them and the UK for first place in the group. So we will have all of our playoff teams known, just not necessarily their order should Germany win.
Yeah, the top 2 are already decided for the other group, of course. That'll be Chinese Taipei and the USA. Gonna find out who joins the UK, maybe Germany today.
Indeed.
Sorry, that sounded rhyming a lot, didn't it? Wow.
It did. You're great at that, though. We know it's one of your most
intentional.
your most powerful talents.
It just flows through me. What can I say?
Should have been a rapper.
That's right. I missed my calling. I listened to all that Coolio back in the day, and it didn't get me anything. Oh well.
I like to think of you as the Wisconsin Eminem.
I'm literally Coolio. It's very cold in Wisconsin sometimes. The winter, they can be quite chilly. Belgium. Well, how do you follow that up? Belgium versus Germany. It's just esports, guys. Belgium versus Germany. Lijiang Tower starting things off on Control Center. Germany in the red, of course. Belgium in the blue. Skipjack sneaking around as much as a giant space gorilla can. Nice hack from Cranks on that big health pack. And you've got the Sombra, that's what you want to do.
Vainless just dies to a right click as he peeks onto Aafox though, so problems already.
You don't want to do that.
For Team Germany.
You know, they've got the extra healing from the hacked health packs though, so they can deal without a support for a little while.
All right, watch the Winston coming from behind. Skipjack is going to the big health pack right now, trying to control that area of the map. Set it up, he's going to leap right in.
Yep, and then he can always leap out and heal if he needs to. There we go.
All right, so the setup good for Germany. Very methodical in their approach to this particular map. EMP already available.
That was a really fast EMP for Cranks. He goes down right afterwards, and Belgium is like, EMP, we're analog. This doesn't bother us at all.
They are going to maybe take this point right now. Nash still up though, did debank the Diva. Senpai gonna reciprocate onto Icefelt, and take a look at Senpai right now. You have been noticed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Finally, from the first-person perspective.
Makes everybody notice him.
Yeah, he does. In that fight, everybody trying to focus him.
That's right. Notice Senpai.
Well, Internet Hulk, you'll notice, is not playing the Sombra as he did yesterday.
Nope.
I think some difficulties. I was talking to him about that. He did seem a little bit uncomfortable on that pickup, so they have moved it over to Cranks' hands.
Yeah, meanwhile, Germany manages to push Belgium off the point just long enough to flip it. See if they can hold it now. Belgium coming in with a pretty good amount of ults, but they're missing their Winston, so probably going to have to wait a little bit for that.
Lots of ults up. Spree still on the Zarya, working towards the Graviton. So Belgium going to try and probably push up here on the high ground. They need to get an angle for this TAC visor, but they're going to get hit by that EMP immediately, and they are all bottled up in that corridor.
A lot of people getting EMP there. Not a lot of defense for Belgium. Germany with some easy pickings here. Pulse Bomb not getting any kills for Nesh, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. Germany has pretty firm control of the point for the moment.
Well, that Transcendence, the fight had already been lost for them. Unnecessary, and Nesh.
Oh boy.
Going to rock right up and find a Fox towards his spawn.
He's gonna rock a Fox. What does the Fox say? Ouch. Ouch, I'm dead.
Nothing, they're dead.
That's right. Yeah. Belgium has a lot of ultimates to respond, though. I mean, this is their moment. This is kind of, you know, they've been playing it safe, playing it cool, and now after iFox comes back again, they can try to push.
Wow, this is some brutal spawn camping from Nesh right here. Logic's on the Soldier 76, so they will get the kill, but they've got a long way to go back to the spawn. Aafox has just respawned himself. 5 ultimates for Belgium, though. Lots of combo possibilities here. A bigger bang with that self-destruct.
And Nesh will be back pretty soon, and he'll have the Pulse Bomb soon afterwards, so he'll be part of this fight. Germany coming in now. They've got that Transcendence. Bruder goes down early. Good start for Germany. Looks like they'll hold this one. Graviton Surge used.
Well, they tried for the bigger bang, Dylan. They got 1 kill onto Skipjack, but that was it. Too many deaths already. Logic's going to drop the TAC visor, but Nesh, a fadeaway kill onto the Zenyatta.
I didn't think that Pulse Bomb was going to get him, but apparently Fox just didn't know where it was and walked on top of it.
So with all of the ultimates, they're going to maybe take this point right now, but the EMP coming back is going to be enough for Germany to clean everybody off the point right now.
Yeah, Senpai going to be taken out a little bit quicker than the average Diva. They do want to get that OT bar ticking down. It looks like that's it. Germany will take round 1 here on Lijiang Tower.
Looked promising there, but notice how Germany was playing. One thing that they have done well is keep track of enemy ultimates, and they knew how many ults were available for Belgium. They played very aggressively as a result. They didn't want to allow them to get into position for any of those big combos, attacking early, attacking in the chokes and the corridors, and preempting them, using their own Transcendence, using that EMP. So aggressive play from Germany at the right times means that Belgium really never had a great opportunity to set up for their own big ult plays on the point.
True enough. Now that brings us to the night market. Germany looking to close out Lijiang Tower. A win on this round would do it. See if Belgium can tie things up. They did put up a little bit of a fight.
Yeah, a little bit, at the very least.
A little bit.
Cranks back on the Genji. He's probably looked the best on this time around at the Overwatch World Cup, and I won't be on that Sombra. Would be rare to see it on night market.
So Germany deciding they want to try to get on the point first and fight from there. Nesh going down early, though. Belgium managing to find a pick on that Tracer, so they can fight the 6v5 if they want to.
It's a nice teamwork from Boud, and Logic's there to follow him around the side and get the burst damage down for the kill. Senpai also manages to make his way into the back line and take out Vainless.
Meanwhile, Belgium comes in, a little bit of distraction caused by Bod, and Germany paying for it. But now, no, never mind, coming back, getting the kills they need to maybe take this point after the fight's over. This has been pretty back and forth. Now Belgium on there.
Wow, that's some big kills. The D-back as well.
Some large swings in that fight, but in the end, Belgium, the ones who take it for the moment.
Well, Vainless, though, he's going to pick off Logix. Maybe a little bit of a later respawn. Germany not content, though, with taking this. They're going to force out the ultimate from the Soldier 76 and use the Dragon Blade in response.
Yeah, Transcendence keeping Cranks up in the face of that attack visor, and Germany is going to dominate this fight pretty hard and take the point right back again.
Yeah, quick and decisive from Germany. Yeah. Making the necessary shot calls and really only using the Trance and the Dragon Blade on that attack. So shut down the tactical visor. No support ultimate there available from Belgium to either provide the shields or the healing necessary to win the drawn-out engagement.
Belgium getting pretty close to a few ultimates as well, so they could play this first push a little bit cautiously. Skipjack, though, just going to try to zone. Germany dedicates a sound barrier to this defense as well. Belgium comes in with their own now, and they layer their support ultimates a little bit, so that may come back to haunt them. Icefeld still has that self-destruct to hold the point for a bit longer, too.
Vainless with a second Transcendence already. He's
really
been doing a lot of work getting that ultimate. Self-destruct tossed casually into the point, but not picking up any kills or even zoning very many members of Team Germany off.
Yeah, Belgium just kind of stalled the door. Oh, Icefeld gets two, though, with the self-destruct, and Nesh with the follow-up pulse bomb. Germany going to hold yet again. Cranks with the cleanup. Nice reflect on Avox at the end, and that is that.
Team kill for Germany. Internet Hulk still at 60% now. The support ult battle has been won pretty thoroughly by the German supports.
Well, I mean, Belgium kind of losing that fight on their own by using both at the same time. I mean, it's something we saw a lot from Team Israel a little bit earlier, too. And when you layer those support ultimates, you're at such a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, you absolutely are. You get virtually no value from doing that.
Yeah.
Crank's going to come in with the Dragon Blade. And
all right, that was optimistic. He's going to trade. Actually, Avox taking him out with the orbs while Cranks is flying in there for the kill. Meanwhile, it gets to be a bit of a brawl here. Icefeld having to fight with the Bunny Blaster, but Belgium, for the most part, zoned off the point for the moment.
Yeah, Skipjack still just clogging up the doorway right now. That's going to force the tactical visor out, but Primal Rage will be used to push them a little further backward. Skipjack has to be careful, though. He's just getting time down, and the Transcendence comes out to make sure that that Lucio stays alive and that they will be able to hold in overtime. So Germany has to reset. They tried to use the Primal Rage just to delay as much as possible and see if they could win the map outright, but it wasn't to be.
Really exciting music suddenly.
And very dramatic music.
So, wow, Germany at 99%. Belgium with a chance to come back, though.
And as fast as it came, it went away.
I guess it's gone now.
All the tension has been sucked out of this moment.
Right, it was intense. Belgium drops the sound barriers. Germany comes in. They've got their own Lucio ult as well. Jumping onto Avox. He's going to go down. Both supports eliminated from Team Belgium, and Germany going to waltz back on and retake this point, and we're going to be into OT as soon as they manage to eliminate Senpai.
And of course, Bao coming in with the Primal Rage. It looks like all is pretty much lost, though. The point will flip over to Germany.
That'll do it.
The Monkey will be eliminated, and now it's all about the stragglers. Nobody can get onto the point.
Yep, Germany taking Lijiang Tower, jumping up to a 2-0 lead in this series.
Looking pretty dominant, too.
I would say so, yeah. I think it's kind of what we expected coming into this one, but Germany definitely looking pretty good.
We definitely are. So showing that same level of coordination that we saw yesterday and refining it a little bit more overnight. Belgium still struggling with swapping some of their roles around.
That's right. So it's time for a breakdown on those first two maps. Let's go over to the desk and see what Golden Boy and the rest think of it.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. And yeah, I mean, you know, I would agree with, you know, Mani and Doa there when they say that, you know, I don't think this is something that we were too shocked about given how, you know, things panned out for them yesterday. Germany, certainly a fantastic team, but I thought the role switches were going to mix things up here, Reinforce, and really give them that edge that they were looking for.
Yeah, well, both looked pretty good on a Winston after all. I mean, it did seem like Belgium stepped up, but at the same time, not really on par with Israel or Germany. We're going to jump into a replay, and I'm going to explain how Belgium structured their compositions here. Because on Control Center here, we see them play a pretty unique comp. I mean, they're playing triple tank.
Yeah.
When was the last time we saw a triple tank, right? So in this composition, they're playing the Diva, they're playing the Zarya, and they're playing the Winston, right? And it's a lot of HP on these guys. I mean, if you want to get past these guys, you need a lot of damage, right? So it's very good for anti-peeling. Like if you're going to shut down a Genji going into the backline, you can take him out pretty easily. You can shut down the Tracers, etc. But the problem with Germany is that they don't really have that diving power.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty much like a Rush, you know? So when you play this out, they just use the EMP and they shut down Belgium really easily. And they just play the composition right with the Sombra. But I like the idea from Belgium. They're trying to swap it up, you know? They're not trying to take the mirror comp fight with the Genjis and Tracers, because that's where Germany is really strong, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to change it up, but it didn't work out for them this time.
Yeah, and also the EMP just like really nullifies so much, right? I mean, when we saw a triple tank and tanks really being the flavor of the month, that Sombra wasn't out yet, right?
Yeah.
So the EMP nullifies that movement, nullifies so much from that, which is, unfortunate. But, it didn't work out. Back to the drawing board.
Maybe another meta.
Maybe another
next
time.
year.
Oh, man. All right. Well, it seems like we're going to have a little bit of a web redemption here, because this is going to be really interesting. And you know what? I have faith. I have faith in this guy. So let's go ahead, send it over to the one and only Malik for another T-Mobile Unlimited gaming break.
All right. Yes, I'm glad you had faith in me, Golden Boy. We got hit by that young Sombra EMP last time, but we're going to make it happen this time. Raucus, my man, dude, you're 8-0 so far in the Overwatch World Cup. Looks like you guys are having fun. I saw you over there signing autographs. How's this experience been for you, man?
It's been amazing, honestly. Like, Blizzard has hosted a wonderful event. Like, LA is amazing. We're looking forward to play Chinese Taipei tomorrow.
Oh. That's gonna be a hype match indeed. Now, based on how that match turns out, you guys might be facing off against one of the teams from the other group. Is there anybody that you guys would prefer to face off against?
United Kingdom. We want to play them because they've talked the most trash, so.
Oh, really? Okay. So you kind of want to humble them a little bit, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Say that again?
You want to humble them a little bit?
Yes, of course.
All right. I love it. You know what? I wish you the best of luck. Everybody give it up for Raucus from Team USA. And this has been another T-Mobile Unlimited Gaming Break. Back to the desk.
I am a little disappointed that Malik didn't ask about what product he uses for his hair. I'm going to be very honest here.
It's great hair.
You can always have that awkward conversation backstage.
Al,
Just
what
grab
do you
him
need?
and like whisper it in
No,
his
that
ear.
is something that the world needs to know.
What do you need with hair products, Al?
I'm trying to help reinforce over there.
Wow.
Thunder Buddy.
You can keep the dream alive, all right? It's not
What is this hair shaming? Come on, dude.
Not at all. Not at all. I think your hair is gorgeous.
Just I have hair.
But I know, at least you have hair. It's very true.
Ow.
It's a sad thing here. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and talk about this upcoming matchup here. Zoe, I'm going to kick it over to you. We've seen some great performances from the Germans. Which player in particular are you looking forward to seeing going into this next game?
I'm thinking Skipjack here. I do feel like he created a lot of space for his team. Generally, the team had a good read on the ult status from their enemies, and that allowed them to go in aggressively. And Skipjack has been good in taking the engagements and also disengaging in the right moments. He is, of course, a seasoned player. He has been in the Overwatch scene ever since the get-go. So I really feel like today he's stepping up his game even more than yesterday, and really cuts out the work for his team.
I love that we know exactly what he plays, because there was only one hero there.
Yeah, why make decisions?
Yeah,
like, that's German efficiency on that board. It's like, you know what?
I appreciate that.
Monkey.
I appreciate that. All right, and Rachel, what about for you?
I gotta say, you gotta keep an eye on Logix. He's putting in so much work for his team here. You see him on Tracer, you see him on 76. He obviously has more, ammunition in his pocket if he wants to pull out that McCree. But when you look at the kill feed for Belgium, half the time you're going to see Logic's name, because he's the only one that's been able to get behind enemy lines, take out some of their supports, and do some work. Everyone else seems to be hitting this big wall that Germany put up.
Yeah, it has been very challenging for Belgium. Logic, so definitely a player that you're going to have to look out for going to this game. I 100% agree with you there, Seltzer. But all right, guys, we are going to get into this matchup. Belgium needs to respond here, or can Germany continue to bring the pain? Let's go ahead and send it over to Mani and Doa.
Hey guys, we're back. Joe and Monty here, about to cast the last 2 matches between Germany and Belgium. You know what my favorite thing of the day is, Monte Cristo?
For Overwatch?
Not for Overwatch, believe it or not. I love that Golden Boy and Reinforce wore the same thing today.
I know, they are twinsies. They're bookending the desk, really.
If I had to describe that, I would describe that as totes adorbs. There's never been a more appropriate use of that phrase ever in the history of the human species. Totes adorbs right there, guys.
That's the maximum amount of adorbs we're ever going to see, though.
Maximum totes adorbs right here at the Overwatch World Cup. We're going to Lunar Colony, guys. Belgium picking this map to try to get a bit of momentum perhaps going against Germany, but it's hard to get momentum going in space, Monte Cristo. It is.
No.
It is. It takes a special kind of engine to generate.
Doe is a physics major.
Momentum in 0G.
No.
Neil, I'm just saying. Neil deGrasse Tyson called me for advice. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
This is great.
He's like, what Overwatch character should I play? And I'm like, I don't know.
The one with the most momentum.
That's right. I was an art major, guys. Here we go. Germany on the defense. Belgium on the attack. And Senpai on the Genji this time around, swapping off the Diva.
Hulk is tentatively on the Sombra, which he did in fact struggle with yesterday. I thought that was kind of the point of swapping Cranks over to that hero, but instead we will see if he has corrected some of his play from yesterday. There were some very strange instances of certain packs on Route 66 not being hacked, and some EMPs that were less than ideal. But we're also going to see the Widowmaker on defense for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, interesting positioning there, being able to fire through the window as Belgium comes in from the side, taking fire already as they run to the left side room.
All right, and Spree will be playing the Diva this time. So Senpai moves over to the Genji pickup, a mix-up here from Belgium.
Yeah, swapping things up a bit. Belgium coming in. They lose Senpai pretty early, though, so not a great start for the red team as they get their attack round going.
At least they managed to push all the way around to the side, but their Zenyatta Apex left a little bit out to dry. Does make it back to his tank line eventually, but they have to make sure that they're not going to get cut off as their reinforcements come through from the spawn.
Yep. Time to get back in again. Senpai should be back in the action now. Germany on the point, just kind of holding the door for the moment.
Logix does make his way all the way over to the point itself, gets some damage down on the skipjack, and will force them off. So a very slow approach here from Belgium, but that's going to give them time. Internet Hulk!
Oh no! He EMP'd, he caught a lot of people with him, but he got killed himself here. It was enough though. Germany able to come in and win that fight.
It's okay, still worth.
It wasn't the most stylish EMP, but it was, you know, it worked out. Hashtag worth.
And Nesh does get a couple of kills there on the Widowmaker too. So the cleanup is going to be working in their favor. Spree has been demeched. He is finally mercifully killed, so he can get his suit back by Nesh at the end. Not forced to run out into the low grav environment of the moon.
Belgium kind of looks like they're sitting in like one of those giant robots or something, you know, like if they all had their own robots and then combined to make a giant robot. That's what I would picture them as.
It does, you know, I think you need it more in like a different formation, like a star or something.
You could just be right in a row. It's easy too. Tranquility. Belgium trying to come in with that Zenyatta ultimate, but not making a whole lot of progress. They're not really even close to the point. Nesh gets to pick on the Bod right after that. Nice. Oh man, taking on Apox. Nesh going off on this Widowmaker right now, and this is pretty disastrous for Belgium.
Spree actually does take him out, though. He was standing on the 2nd floor overlooking the point, and so was isolated, standing there by himself. So eventually, it may be that Belgium can grind through on this map, but...
Well, Senpai is 3 health, man. Yeah, not going to make it out of this one. Sound barrier comes in for Belgium right after they lose their Genji.
I mean, the only person who got that sound barrier was Brudor, actually, so not in line of sight of really anybody to keep that map going. It's like they are going to get some time on the point right now. Remember, Internet Hulk did die with that EMP, so maybe they're going to have enough. They're going to try and use that Dragon Blade, but they are going to cut him down.
Cranks denied. It looks like Belgium might be able to take point A. Germany's going to come back with some respawns, but as Icefeld's knocked out of that Diva suit, it's going to be tough. And Baneless, I like Zenyatta, but 1v6ing, he is not quite the best hero for that.
Crucially, Cranks maintains his Dragon Blade charge. He did not finish enough of the animation to get any of it drained off of him, so we will have that for the defense.
It was close. Belgium already on point B, getting some time going. If they could at least get the first tick from this push, that would be huge. Oh, Transcendence used just in time to keep Vaneless alive for Team Germany. And can Belgium get a little bit more here? Senpai on the side, he was hacked, but he's still getting damage done. Kills coming in on both sides, but it looks like Germany is pulling ahead just a little bit. Maybe the Transcendence can open up another opportunity for Belgium. It looks like it does. First tick acquired by Belgium. Great push already, and they're going to try to keep it going with the sound barrier. That may have been a little bit of an overcommitment.
But at least they got the first tick,
yeah,
Joe.
That
Germany,
was a successful push either way.
Tons of ultimates dropped on the side. They did get the EMP out. The EMP wasn't as successful as they would have liked, and now Senpai's going to come through with a Dragon Blade. Maybe they can grind this out. Maybe they can push it forward.
I mean, they were holding the point efficiently enough for Senpai to come back in, and they were able to handle the respawns from Germany pretty well, too, up until this point. Getting about 50% so far in the control meter, and they're still going.
It's going to stop here, though. Even with this Primal Rage from Skipjack, he's going to push everybody off. Their tanks are there. Spree is desuited. So finally, after a long push that lasted about a minute and 20 seconds, they're going to have to reset. A little bit chaotic there on the point. Spree as staggered as they can make them. D.Va pathetically slumps to the floor.
It's very dramatic. Come on. Come on, D.Va. Don't be such a drama queen.
We haven't had any divas in the diva ditch on the moon this time, though.
That's true. I mean, there's already plenty of them there. Is that what we're calling it now, the diva ditch?
The diva ditch is definitely.
All the divas jump off. Yeah.
Well, just taking a break.
That's right. They're all clones. Perhaps.
Clearly they are. That's the secret of Overwatch. They just keep cloning the heroes over and over and over again.
Wow, her stream viewers are going to be so upset about that. Like, wow, who am I really subscribing to? Is it D.Va or is it D.Va number 3068? Here we go. Crank's coming in with the Dragon Blade. Belgium, though, they've got the Transcendence up, denying all that damage. And that's not the greatest Dragon Blade for Germany.
No, it
does go down too. Belgium off to a great start on this attack round at point B.
Cranks was stuck in a corner with the Winston and getting chipped away slowly by the Tesla cannon. Bound trying to just play behind this Moon Rover and pick up the kills. Internet Hulk comes in, tries to get that health pack. Bound is playing defense on the pack itself right now, and those are the necessary kills. They've got to get Icefeld trying to make it back to spawn. Does end up getting back there.
Yep. Gonna have to swap over, back on the D.Va again. Germany with a couple more kills, and Belgium has to back away just a couple more percent taken on that push.
Actually did manage to resuit without having to swap heroes, so he does maintain his self-destruct, which is very important because he's just got it right now.
Yeah.
It's actually a big point right there that he wasn't forced to swap back off and that the pressure didn't come in fast enough for him to need to make that decision.
Yep.
Germany, though, sitting on a lot of ults, as you can see. Hulk once again with the EMP up, and that's going to be a great catch. Finally, Hulk gets something good done with that ultimate.
Great EMP, great pick on Afox, and a great fight for Germany without having to dedicate too much to that.
I like how aggressively they're playing, though. They did this last time, too. We saw them on control. When they know that Belgium has a lot of ults, they will try and push them very far back. They try and ambush them really far away from the point.
Yeah.
So that the idea is, okay, well, you're not going to have time to use ultimates because we're just going to EMP you or pick somebody off immediately, or you're going to have to use ults here, and once we get back to the point, we'll be able to respawn and get there quickly to defend.
And Germany not quite falling back as a team to the point, and that's going to leave Vaneless exposed to go down. Germany losing, or rather Belgium losing both of their supports, though. So Germany does manage to skirmish their way back into this one.
It's all Nesh right now.
A scary moment, though.
He lets the D.Va live for the moment. He is a merciful tracer.
Or is he? No. He's not. He's not.
Once that maximum stagger. Now only 45 seconds remain from Belgium. They've had a lot of ultimates to work with, but with Hulk reaching 97% right now on that EMP, they are going to have a hell of a hard time approaching. They need to ult early with the Transcendence.
Yep.
This Zenyatta has to stay alive.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. There's the EMP. Nice. Oh, Transcendence just in time. He called that one. Skipjack with the kill onto Senpai anyway, though. And Germany still in a position to win this fight, and they do. So good prediction by by the Zenyatta on Belgium, but Afox, despite that great Transcendence, couldn't quite carry the team. And Germany in prime position to hold the defense right here. Just a few seconds left.
About going to be picked off. He was trying to get there a little bit early, so he's not going to trigger the overtime. 1 second left. That's going to be a jump in from the Genji. Sound barrier goes down, but Skipjack is here to make sure nobody can get back to the point.
Yeah, Cranks with a couple kills already. He does get caught by the self-destruct, though, but AFOX not lasting long on point B here. Maybe Spree can delay. No, gets D-Mech before he even gets in. And so, not the worst defense for Germany.
No, 53%.
Yeah.
For Belgium, that is certainly something you can accomplish if you're Germany on your attack. And I just really like the way they play. They force so many hard decisions out of the enemy team. Yep. When we look at Germany pushing forward, they say, okay, there's so many layers to what their plan is, right? They push forward, they know that trance is up. So they go in EMP, okay, but the trance has to be used. However, there's so much follow-up. And in that scenario, okay, you traded the EMP for a support ult, but that's fine. Brudor had to use his sound barrier then, but he didn't have an opportunity to do so. Ideally, Belgium would have used the sound barrier, but even then, as soon as you get to the point, you have no more support ults. How are you going to stall it out? How are you going to cap the point?
Right.
At that time, it becomes very difficult for Belgium to make effective decisions regarding their ult economy when Germany is playing that aggressively in that situation with so little time left on the clock.
Yeah. Very well coordinated, and Internet Hulk finding some better EMPs on Sombra than we've seen in the past. Seems like he's sort of starting to hit his groove on that character.
A much better job compared to yesterday.
Behold, the Earth. There it is.
Can we talk about how unethical the experiments that were going on the moon are?
I don't know. I mean, I've watched the Planet of the Apes movies.
Winston's talking about the injections and experiments on
like,
self-aware beings.
Times on the moon.
That's really messed up. And he named himself after Winston, who is a scientist who is doing that experiment on him. I think he needs to go through some counseling.
What's that syndrome where you start to like love your captors or whatever? Stockholm syndrome. A little bit of that. Yeah. Stockholm syndrome. English is hard.
I'm just surprised.
It's not my first language.
I'm just surprised that, you know, in the future we would fall so far back in terms of ethical experimentation to arrive at this moon gorilla experiment scenario. It's pretty horrifying, actually.
Thank goodness you're here to turn things around. Germany on the attack already. Whoa, both supports taken out, and it is a bit of a smashing brought in by Germany.
Well, they got it onto the high ground with the Diva, the Winston, and the Genji very fast. So this will be a really quick point A take, as Spree will fall out of his mech, and they will complete the rest of it. That was so fast that nobody's going to be anywhere close to their ultimates for the first push onto point B.
That was about as fast as you can take point A as you possibly can.
Well, look at that attack, though. Beautiful, just herded straight into the waiting arms of the Tracer from the low ground. Great attack by Germany. Tactically, they continue to be sound.
Oh, we're seeing these Winstons in this tournament get better and better at following up on the damage from the DPS and finishing those kills. Germany did a great job of that there, and now they have well over 7 minutes to take point B.
Chased off though, Nesh on the run, does end up dying. And Belgium stabilizes. No ultimates for Germany. Again, they took it almost too fast to snowball.
Yeah. I mean, that's the funny thing, is that you take it that quick and you have no ult charge coming into point B, so you're like, well, yeah, it's an economy push at this point. We just want to try to build some ult charge and come back a little bit later.
Well, in a way it could work against you, though, because now we see Belgium moving into the ascendancy when it comes to ult economy, because it's so much easier for them to defend. So, well, sometimes maybe you don't even want to take it that fast, you have to say.
I suppose, but at the same time, you've got so much time, and you only need to take 53%, that it's okay to just kind of wait it out and build those ultimates. They may not even need to wait that long, as ISO grabs 2 already. That control meter building. Cranks trying to put this one away. He's got to deal with the Transcendence, so from AFOX.
We can't actually get enough damage, even with the Orb of Discord.
There we go.
Through that healing over time, and they are so close right now. Bound respawns and gets onto the point, but that's going to be Tracer falling, and so will the Winston.
Yeah, Logix goes down as well. They've got Zenyatta zoned out. As soon as Senpai popped out of that mech, maybe they can complete this. They're so close already. Sound barrier used. The Mei coming in for Spree. About changing over to that Sombra as well, just to be a little bit more annoying. But that, oh, it's so close right now. 52.4 to 53.3. There we go. Yeah, Germany takes Lunar Colony,
convincingly.
Very convincingly. They are up 3-0 in this series, and I believe that does lock them in for at least second in the group.
That does.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that will mean that they are going to be facing off tomorrow against the UK for that first place position. We'll see 2 matches like that with Chinese Taipei and the US of A in a similar position in the opposite group.
That's right. So one more map to go here in day 2 of the Overwatch World Cup here in Santa Monica. We're happy that you guys join us. It's fun to be back in the US.
It is.
We spent a lot of time in South Korea and all over the world, but it's cool to be back in the US of A.
Is it taking a look at Crank's final play right there? Not the most effective Dragon Blade, of course. Difficult to cut through that Transcendence, but gets it done anyway. Make sure that everybody at least stays grouped up around the Zenyatta.
Well, it occupied enough of Belgium's time that they were able to finish up those kills once the support ultimate ended. So, Germany kind of on cruise control at this point, although they really want to save their cruise control for tomorrow against the UK, I suppose.
Yeah, you got to have that cruise control against the Genji play.
You need that cruise control then. Either way, it's going to be a win against Belgium, but that final map to play here, map score, that could come in handy.
Definitely could, and it will be Route 66 as selected by Belgium. This is a map that yesterday Germany struggled to play, and Hulk had some issues coordinating with the rest of his team around the EMPs and the Sombra engages, but with how much better Hulk looked in that last map, I think we may have something. That Torb is the meta sign. You know, we did see Belgium play Torbjorn.
I suppose. we did see a little bit. We've seen a lot of Torbjorn over the months. I don't know if we're going to see him in this particular round, but we'll see. I do want to see Internet Hulk on that Sombra again, though.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably have discussed and reviewed the play from yesterday, and it will have tightened up pretty significantly. Rawhide.
Whip crack. Tons of fun. Well, depending on what end of the whip you're on, I suppose. But
yeah, depending on what you prefer, as we know.
I guess so. We're not here to judge.
We're definitely not.
That's right.
Actually, I'm definitely here to judge.
Well, you're always here to judge, yeah. It's true.
I'm pretty sure that's what I do best, Dylan.
Yeah. You're afraid of Judge Dredd? No, you should be afraid of Judge Christo. Yeah.
I don't know if I strike the same amount of fear, just more mild disagreement, perhaps.
You just need one of those helmets and the motorcycle.
I could do that.
I could see that. Yeah. All right. Well,
I'll work on it for my next cosplay.
Food for thought. Oh, really? Is that what we're doing?
No.
You decided? Oh, you got my. Don't get my hopes up like that, Monte Cristo. I do not want to try our world famous Monte Cristo.
You try me all the time.
No, I've had enough.
5 years is too much.
More. Time to go on a diet. Well, Spree on the defense is on the Torbjorn. The guy with the sign might have been right. Nope, never mind. He was wrong.
Oh.
Sorry, guy with the sign.
Yeah, it was A-Fox playing the Torbjorn previously.
Yeah. Well, Tracer, you need to face the other way. That's where they're coming from. It's not.
Well, she's also sitting on nothing, so she has that problem too.
Well, she's just floating in time and space.
Like Zenyatta, you know?
Yeah, sure.
She finally got the technology.
Yep. How does Zenyatta jump really? Like, are the little thrusters hidden in a place we can't see? Like, what?
Well, I think we know what the thrusters are. I think we know.
How does this happen?
I think we know the answer to that question.
Mysteries of the ages.
It's not a mystery. It's just things that are better left unsaid.
That's true. Too late now. Sorry. Belgium coming in on the defense. Germany trying to push payload. Whoa! Early right click for A-Fox takes out Internet Hulk. Germany will try to push his payload as far as they can without their Lucio anyway. Spree does go down, so Germany strikes back, and now taking that high ground, they've got Zenyatta alone on that. Nesh helps finish him off, and Belgium in a little bit of trouble already.
Trying to hunt this Tracer down from around the side. Senpai de-suited and destroyed on the side of the payload, and Germany really just keeps on rolling here. Not much opposition. Belgium not going to be running that Sombra right now, not going to be hacking those health packs, and that's been the dominant strategy for this Overwatch World Cup on Route 66.
Yeah, they're almost to the end of point A already. Belgium with one last defense. Oh, but Nesh takes out Logix already. Logix did get a pick onto Vainless, though, so...
Yeah, went pretty deep for that one, and now...
Oh, feeling die.
Spree trying to chase that monkey right into that choke point, and this is going to be a quick cleanup here as Germany plays ring around the payload. And that's will be the TAC visor coming out as well. So Germany looking to make the statement with a quick point A capture. They just have to get Logix, who has respawned now.
Shouldn't take long. There we go. Logix is down, and that should be a point A take for Germany. Certainly will be.
That's right. Germany definitely playing some counter Logix gaming right now.
I guess so. You'd know. You'd know. You're the expert in this matter. Yeah. In Germany, you can see, you saw Internet Hulk speed boost everybody ahead to try to get that aggressive spot on this second phase, which is already really hard to defend anyway on Route 66.
Yeah, they have been coordinating well around Internet Hulk in those speed boosts, used to playing in those positions and calling the shots. So
he's been really good in that position for a long time, so no shock there. Belgium coming in for the attack now. Skipjack in the room goes for the primal rage as Belgium jumps in. Brudor does go down in favor of Germany. They're going to pop the sound barrier as well, and they've got Spree bottled up inside the house. That's going to be another kill. Whoa! Winston, you're so acrobatic. Wow!
Flying really far from getting hit by a few metal orbs from the Zenyatta.
Hey man, those orbs are powerful.
Apparently.
That's right. Germany wins the fight regardless though, and they will keep the payload going.
So not really any stalling power from Belgium right now, and this is where it gets very difficult to even accomplish that on Route 66. Yes, they have a nice ultimate advantage, but if they want to stop this cart, they're going to have to use the sound barrier to power through the choke points. Icefeld and Skipjack already there protecting. You see Tracer on the opposite side doing the same.
That's right. Belgium coming in with another last-ditch defense here at the end of this point. There's the Transcendence. If they can possibly pop Senpai out of the Diva suit, that's going to open it up for Cranks with that TAC visor.
Well, there's the sound barrier right now, but everybody's so low already, it becomes problematic to try and close this one out. Logix is just trapped on the side right now. Can't get out, can't walk into the range of that tactical visor.
Yep. All right, Logix does get one kill though. Senpai had a pretty good self-destruct that at least pushed Germany back, but it didn't seem to maybe push them back far enough.
He actually got the self-destruct with 4 HP. Crucial, could have been crucial there.
Yeah.
Finishing out the final few percent of his ultimate. And now he's going to provide a lot of healing ulti charge to Internet Hulk, who gets that sound barrier up yet again. And now 4 minutes through the warehouse, Germany powering through Route 66.
Yeah, coming in with a pretty significant ult advantage too to this difficult point C. They've got 4 minutes though to take it, so pretty much as much time as you could hope for here.
Yeah, definitely. They've been, the resistance has not been strong from Belgium so far the rest of the map, but there's Cranks with the Helix rocket. Spree responds with a tactical visor, but it's not really pushing anybody off the payload right now, and they're going to go on the aggressive.
Yep, that's right. Got the sound barrier. They waited out the TAC visor. Senpai popped out of the mech again. A little bit of an early Helix rocket, but it doesn't matter. That payload's still moving pretty fast. Germany with the edge, and Skipjack, perhaps with that primal rage, can keep Belgium pushed back enough to get that payload nearly all the way there.
Yeah, Cranks up top right now, needs about 20% till he gets his tactical visor. He wants to set up for that positioning as best as he can early on. Transcendence just to get out of the doors right now for Belgium.
Yeah, unfortunately they need to pop that early Transcendence. They still lose Spree anyway, so this defense for Belgium not working out at all. Primal Rage coming in, and Cranks knocked into the enemy team. That's a little bit rough, but he's got the Transcendence from Baneless right away to keep him up. And Icefeld with 3 kills, are you kidding me? And Germany,
3 minutes.
That's an insane time for Route 66.
It is so rare to see 3 minutes remaining in the time bank on Route 66. That is a blazing fast time for Team Germany.
Wow.
And you know, this is a team that boot camped in person in preparation for this event. And I was a bit skeptical yesterday watching them, but today they look much more coordinated, much more polished.
Well, Germany didn't get out of groups last year at the 2016 World Cup, and they have come infinitely more prepared for this year. They really want to get to BlizzCon, and they're doing everything right so far.
Yeah, they took their preparation for this event very seriously.
Yeah. Well, flipping things over now, Belgium going to be on the attack, and man, it is going to be tough to equalize what Germany has put in front of them.
Definitely a strong push from Germany. I anticipate we are going to see the Sombra yet again, especially in preparation for tomorrow. Germany is going to want to show that they have that ability on Route 66 to play that hero. It is so crucial to most defenses on this map.
That's right. Why don't you just roll the thing of like metal pipes over in front of one of the spawn doors? That'll take care of the defensive respawns. That's what I do.
Just shove it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all just strapped up there right now. You could just cut one of the straps and cause a lot of chaos.
That's right. It's like that trap that the Ewok set for the ATSTs, the Battle for Endor and Return of the Jedi. You know the one I'm talking about.
I do know the one I'm talking about.
Who doesn't?
Well, Internet Hulk is going to be on the Sombra again, so Cranks returns to the Genji. Even been a little bit of Sombra hot potato on Team Germany, but it lands in the hands of Internet Hulk for the time being.
I should specify it was a forest moon of Endor. That's important to note. And not Endor itself.
Is Endor the sun, or is it just that big planet?
Endor is like the big,
it's the gaseous planet.
It's the
or
forest moon. They're actually on a moon at the end of that.
Very nice.
Yeah, we were on the moon earlier, but it wasn't the forest moon. It was a regular moon. Now that we've got that established, Belgium.
Thanks, Noah.
You're welcome.
Well, Bout is going to be playing the Reinhardt.
Yeah. Okay. So just wanting to get a lot of durability up front to just kind of bulldoze your way through. Now, how does this work against the Sombra defense, though? That's the question. I feel like you're kind of vulnerable to getting hacked.
Yeah, they're also just pushing them off using the Winston left click at the moment and having this just the spam right in front of the cart. They're going to try and fall around into this tunnel, but nobody actually committing to walking over there, just trying to refresh the Reinhardt shield.
Well, if you walk into the tunnel, I suppose, and put up the shield, you can deny the hack, perhaps, but it's an interesting strategy for Belgium.
And Reinhardt finally manages to get one hit onto the Genji, but that damage won't be sticking around. EMP already up, and everybody gets hacked in that back line. Cranks.
Well, immediately Reinhardt's going to be the first to fall in that situation. Nesh following up, of course, pop Senpai out. And there's a reset coming in from Belgium, and I mean, that's the danger, right? If you're running at Reinhardt into a place where you know there's going to be a Sombra on the other side, once you get EMP'd, basically all you have is the hammer.
that is a big, big problem, right?
Yeah.
Easy to stay out of range of that. No chance to protect your teammates either. A-Fox did get a lot of healing done, so tremendous amounts of poke coming down in the first part of that engagement, and now he will have that nano boost once he uses it onto the Winston.
Okay, yeah, Bod jumping in on the Winston now. Meanwhile, Cranks with that Dragon Blade gets hit with the biotic grenade, and he's not going to be able to survive it. EMP again from Internet Hulk, though.
And Hulk still poking out, but they don't actually get a kill. Skipjack trying to chase the Ana down is successful in the end, and they can't eliminate him from the backline. Brudor gets into the tunnel and manages to escape, but Nash will be taking the Diva Senpai at the end of that fight. So Germany maintains their hold on the map right here. Hulk doing much better, 60% back to the EMP right now. Spree has the TAC visor as the lone tool available for Belgium to use.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is such a great map for Sombra. You've got those two big health packs, so you can build your EMP extremely quickly. You're gonna have it for every fight in most cases. And I know Soldier really feels confident about what would have happened back in his day, but I'm not so sure. Another EMP comes in. Internet Hulk immediately slays the Zenyatta, as you often see. Logic's coming back with a couple kills of his own, but his team dying around him, and Germany should have another hold here.
Logix is playing well, but it's just not enough to carry Belgium forward. Unfortunately, a lot of his big plays are coming after several of his teammates have already died.
Yeah.
Internet Hulk up to 80% again on the EMP. The health packs just working their magic here on Route 66.
It is insane how fast that ultimate can build on this point.
There we go. 4 ults now for Germany. They did use the Dragon Blade in that last fight. Hulk wants it again. He's coming through, trying to get on top of Big Girls. He already threw his translocator, strangely, forward towards where he was running. There we go.
Oh, gotta be careful. Fighting that, takes the translocator up onto the roof. Nice escape there for Internet Hulk.
Great help.
Gets the hack onto Senpai as well on that Genji. That's going to be another big win for Germany. And now Belgium down to just about 30 seconds remaining. This next push is do or die.
And they do have a sound barrier, and they know that Hulk's EMP is down, but he's going to get it up so quickly. They have to be very quick about investing that sound barrier, making sure they get on the cart so it isn't just instantly canceled. Dragon Blade back up again for Cranks.
That's right.
It's maybe taking a bit too long. They're giving Hulk more and more time to get the ult charge back up, but they are going to pick off Baneless. So Bout goes in onto the back line, and it is successful.
A really important kill for Belgium as they come in. They're going to use that sound barrier early. Internet Hulk nearly has the EMP. He's ready to use it too. He gets killed. He gets killed off before he can EMP in Belgium. Finally getting some distance on this payload. This might actually be enough to take point A.
In overtime, that was the kill they need, and the sound barrier came out just before the EMP did, so they did get the value out of it, especially Bound killing the Zenyatta on the approach. Can Germany get onto this point? Are they just going to let it roll through?
And they might.
I think they might. Oh, no, right at the very end, Skipjack leaps onto the car, puts down the shield. Transcendence comes out immediately.
Yeah, remember, Internet Hulk still has that EMP, though. As soon as Transcendence is over, he's going to probably use it if he can live. Gets it off just in time. Spree, though, activates the attack visor before he gets EMP'd. Whoa! And Cranks gets sent to orbit. Belgium winning this fight pretty handily. They're going to finally claim point A.
AFOX did the right thing there. They knew the EMP was going to be coming back, so he pops the Transcendence early on. And they also have the tactical visor to clear them out. So Hulk was caught in a strange situation where he had already committed to the engage, but couldn't actually EMP, or didn't want to during the course of the Transcendence. And the tac visor picks him up while he's waiting, trying to get the perfect EMP off.
Yep.
Changes back to Lucio now. So Belgium still alive here on Route 66.
Yeah, but not a lot of time to push it through this point. And again, you know, like we said, it's a pretty easy one for the attackers. But still, you generally have more time to do it.
Yeah, Logic has to fall back to Cranks, picks up the kill. So Germany will get at least some control over the cart right now. We'll push them back to the dangerous choke points. Easiest place for the defense to hold on this map, right here at the start of point B.
Yep. Here we go. Belgium pushing again. Cranks a little bit low, needs to be careful. Vainless swapping over to that Zenyatta now. Senpai goes down, Germany coming in for the attack. This could buy a lot of time for them.
Spree says damn it as he runs away, and the rest of his team dies on the cart.
Yeah.
1 minute remaining, so desperate times for Belgium. Cranks will have a Dragon Blade again. Icefelt on the Soldier 76 now, approaching the tac visor. Now what can Belgium do? They're going to have a sound barrier pretty quickly.
You notice how the lights on the payload turn red if it's moving backwards?
Yeah.
Blue if it's moving forward?
It's those little details.
It's the little things. Cool. Here comes Belgium. Trying to push it again. Down to just about 45 seconds remaining, though. Senpai with a pick on the Icefelt. Good start for Belgium.
Excellent. That's where the sound barrier is going to come down, along with the tac visor, and Logic's not going to give Cranks an opportunity to use the Dragon Blade.
Not bad. That payload's going to move, and Belgium, despite nearly losing it in point A, has gotten some serious progress now in point B. But they're still running out of time, though.
Now they have the chance to set up. Senpai will be able to use this Dragon Blade. If they start to stack up in the corridors, the members of Germany, they could find themselves cut down very quickly with a series of resets.
Losing Skipjack late at the end there, he just respawned right now, means that Germany is going to have to just let this roll and finish. They can try to delay a little bit. Okay, they're going to do it. Skipjack's going to be a little bit late to the party, and Internet Hulk falls immediately. Senpai comes in, nice reflect onto Icefelt, and that is going to be a point B take for Belgium. Germany committing a lot to that, but not really able to stop Belgium.
It wasn't too bad, though. They only used the Dragon Blade, so they're still going to have nearly 5 ults available for this last push. Yeah. And Belgium just scraping by, keeping this map alive, hoping that they are going to be able to push this to completion here. But even if they do, the time bank for Germany is so large.
Well, I mean, Belgium, even if they do complete it, is almost certainly going to be in overtime. It's really unlikely that they're going to be able to roll it all the way without Germany stopping it for a bit anyway.
And now the 5 ults are here for Germany.
Yeah.
They're going to delay as much as they can, and then probably all in with this push. Primal Rage already out for Skipjack.
Yeah, that's right. Both teams going in now. Defense ultimates blazing. Senpai reflecting that tac visor. Goes in for the kill onto Icefelt. Nesh, though, with a bit of revenge. And Germany with the man advantage for the moment. Looks like they'll be able to get a bit of defensive stability, and Belgium cannot afford this. They are down to less than 30 seconds to try to push this the rest of the way.
Oh, and the stagger onto Broodor, too, means they have even less time to make sure they get back together and over to the payload. Bound going to try and set up here with a little bit of a flank, get what he can done. Senpai again with the Dragon Blade, Spree with the tactical visor, but look, Hulk held on to his sound barrier. He knows what's coming.
Yep. Bound wanted to try to flank from the back, didn't do it. Oh, they managed to kill Nesh, though. Good start for Belgium, but they're into overtime. Germany, all they need to do is win one more fight, and they get the 4-0. Icefelt does take down Bound. And we'll see if Germany can clean this one up. Senpai still waiting with that Dragon Blade. There's a nice pulse bomb onto Skipjack. Actually, Belgium pushing this forward really effectively. They may actually have this.
Yeah, Senpai and Logic's doing the work. The triple DPS of Belgium may be enough to save them here in overtime. They're going to take out the Genji, and Belgium does it.
They get it.
They're going to force them time bank here. They get a minute for themselves, but they add a minute to Germany at the same time. This is going to have to be a heroic overtime push for Belgium if they want to win on Route 66.
I mean, it is going to be really hard for Belgium still to win this, but they've given themselves a shot anyway. But man, Germany coming into this with probably more time than any team really ever has.
It's a lot of time.
Bank. Yeah.
It's certainly a lot of time, but Belgium can do it. You get those heroic overtime pushes at times.
You do. Just Route 66 is a tough one to do that.
It's a tough one to do that on. It's a tough one to do that on, especially when Hulk is going to be playing Sombra again and you have a minute. The odds that he's going to get an EMP up in that time are pretty good.
Yeah.
So you have to be very cautious and play around that. If you're lucky, you can get a pick off onto the Sombra first if a mistake is made, or you can catch her as she comes back. So let's see what they're going to pull out. Crank's going to be on the Genji again. So it looks like Germany still wants to play that same composition.
I think running Internet Hulk on the Sombra again is a wise choice too. I mean, he really has seemed to kind of come together and look a lot more comfortable on that hero.
And I also like Belgium trying to go with the triple DPS. That really was much more effective than them attempting to run a Diva on Spree or Senpai, both of which have not looked the most comfortable on the hero. And I think going back to this allows them to try and outskill and get those big burst damage onto members of Germany.
True enough. Here we go. The push begins for Belgium. They need to try to get that payload as far as they can. In the 1 minute, and then in the overtime that ensues, Germany coming in, Crank's a little bit low. Icefeld certainly low as well.
Icefeld very low, but Hulk already up at 90%, and this is what you want. Germany's giving them quite a wide berth because they want to make sure that they win here on point A. And there's the EMP, there's AFOX falling.
Yeah, AFOX falls immediately. Spree soon to follow Germany. Looks like they'll be able to win this fight definitively, and now Belgium going to have to scramble if they want to get back to the payload and even touch it.
Vaneless did die late though, but so did Brewdor. And now 10 seconds left. Belgium needs to get out, get onto the cart. They will not have Brewdor for this engagement. Hulk again, EMP up for a second time.
Crazy how fast he's been able to build that one. They're on the payload, but we're into overtime right now. Germany with one last fight to make sure they've got an easy push on their side. There's the EMP. Where's the kills? Immediately Skipjack falls. That's not what Germany was hoping for.
Cranks has Dragon Blade
here. That's right. Crank's coming in though, and Germany, yeah, they're going to win this fight pretty definitively. Looks like the push for Belgium stops here.
It does. Nash dies at the end. A little celebratory self-kill with the pulse bomb.
Fun times.
And that is a strong defense from Germany as they move into having 4 minutes to push not all the way through point A, so about what you would have starting the map right now, a little bit with 1 second more.
I mean, if you're Belgium, you really kind of just have to sit up really, really far forward and then defend early on and just cross your fingers.
I think they have to play with the Sombra right now. That's the only opportunity that they're going to have.
Yeah, oh for sure. You need the Sombra. You need to maybe get a little bit crazy too with your comp.
Yeah, because you have to defend right next to that tunnel. Like it's literally exactly where you want to defend with Sombra, between the door to Big Earls and the door to the tunnel on the side of the defense, and that's what they're going to do. So Spree knows what's up, will be selecting the Sombra here, and AFOX on the Soldier 76. So they're going to still run with a triple DPS, though it's just going to come at the expense of having AFOX on the Soldier instead of running him on a more typical support.
I like the Hanzo for Germany, just to check early on to see if there's any sort of like cheesy strat, everybody hiding in the train car or up in that upper hallway. You want to throw out the Sonic Arrow to check for that. And I wonder if we're actually going to see Internet Hulk take a couple shots at that Widowmaker.
He did yesterday on this map, so I think we are probably just going to see that. You know, if you can maybe get that lucky pickup. You see him taking a shot right there, hoping somebody's going to peek around that corner before he swaps over to the Lucio.
Yeah, why not give it a try? You know, if it works, that's a huge advantage, especially in a time bank situation like this. But man, Germany with 3:30 on the clock, it would be a Herculean effort for Belgium to stop them. They're going to dive in right now. They need to do something
You see Crank's just playing back right now. They want to play the poke game with the Soldier 76.
Yep.
And just be more deliberate, try and push people off the card and win it inch by inch. Or centimeter by centimeter, I should say.
Coming around
in
this
Overwatch.
side. True enough. Logic's trying to sneak in the back, but he was denied. A little bit low. Crank still with a pretty good position. That payload is nearly there. EMP coming in though. Fox gets the kill on the Baneless. A little bit of revenge there for the earlier EMPs. Germany though coming out ahead in this fight. Nesh really carrying them through. And
Brudor
just a few members left for Belgium on the defense. Fox soon to fall and 1.66 meters to go. Nesh with the cleanup kills, and that's it. Germany with the clean 4-0, and they will take this match and secure at least a playoff match tomorrow.
That's right. And we'll also finish out our day with a full round of 4 Overwatch.
Ah, yes.
As we like at the World Cup. But I think that's going to be changing tomorrow. We got a lot of great matches, particularly those first place matches that we are going to see between Germany and the UK. But first it will be between the USA and Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, I think we've set ourselves up for some pretty epic final matches. And to talk about this one, let's send it over to the desk and see what they've got to say about those 4 maps.
Germany, as they come out on top, 4-0 there. Belgium, though, valiant effort at the end on Route 66. You got to give them a lot of credit for that one there. They took it as far as they possibly could reinforce. But the Germans, today is their day. And I'm not going to lie, I was a bit of a doubter. Internet Hulk might, you know, punch me in the chest, but, you know, I was a little bit of a doubter.
Well, it didn't look that good yesterday, you know, but Nesh really turned up today, and we're going to go take a look at his Widowmaker play on the Horizon Lunar Colony. He was really the one that stood out in Germany today, in my opinion. So hit some sick Widow shots here. But I want to point out is that he's playing it sort of similar to a Soldier 76. So you see, he's playing close with his team here, taking use of the Transcendence and the defense maybe of the Diva. And with that help, he can just stay alive, hit some shots, and we can play the replay here. And he's just going to line up frag after frag. And really impressive stuff. I mean, you don't really see the defensive Widowmaker that much. So, I mean, it's nice to see him put him out and do it successfully.
Yeah, really just playing around his team the way that he was doing so, it's super impressive. And Zoe, I want to get you in here because, I mean, this guy was just putting on a highlight reel.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, not just on his Widow, also on his Tracer. He once more has just been constantly present on that kill feed. And it's been just great seeing him coming up here onto the stage and performing so very well alongside with all the other guys. And I felt like on Route 66, I felt like Belgium almost started to kind of give up. You called it a valiant effort, but the only times where I saw Belgium on top was when Germany actually made some really crucial mistakes. So it wasn't really due to Belgium playing out of their mind. It was really just Germany slacking a little bit and, like, you know, maybe getting a bit too arrogant.
Girl,
yeah, I'm just saying it. I'm just saying how it is.
That's girl with a U, too. It's like, girl, you giving nothing right now.
No, I'm not.
Rachel,
top 5.
I want to get you in here just real quick. Just some thoughts on Belgium in that matchup.
Man, according to Douglas Adams, we're the only planet in the galaxy that doesn't consider Belgium a swear word, and we might have to change that after this. I had so much belief, and I still do. They're going to play again tomorrow. I do want to see some fire from Belgium. We saw individual moments of brilliance, but if they could put it all together, I think they could win a map or 2.
All right, well, I'm hoping for that to be the case. It's going to be interesting, and let's actually go ahead and take a look at some of the match results here. In case you guys are just joining us, 1, you did it wrong. 2, here you go. Here's a graphic. You have United States getting that 4-0 victory against Brazil. Then you have Chinese Taipei and New Zealand, another 4-0 victory. United Kingdom versus Israel, another 4-0 victory. And don't let that graphic fool you. They just didn't want to, like, let the joke live. That is actually a 4-0 victory. In the immortal words of my spirit animal, DJ Khaled, another one. There you go.
Sweep City.
Sweep City. Hey, I guess so. I guess we're just going to have to accept it. This is it, Reinforced. It's Sweep City.
Sweep City.
Yeah, man. Heartbreaker.
Some good brooms here.
Yeah. All right.
I want to see some of them more like a vacuum cleaning.
Vacuum cleaning.
Okay, you know, because, you know, modern technology, it's great. Yeah, you know, the future, all that stuff. All right, guys, and tomorrow, let's just, you know, talk about what we're going to be seeing here, because I am super excited. We have some amazing matches, really all across the board, because for some of these teams, they're going to be playing for their first and second places going into the playoffs, but for others, it's redemption, it's about opportunity, it's about proving yourself on the world stage. Any match in particular, Rachel, that you're excited for?
Oh, you know I'm excited for United States versus Chinese Taipei. What a way to kick things off tomorrow.
I feel like that was a softball.
You know what? Well, my other one would be Israel-Belgium, because these are the two teams that I've been rooting for, and somebody's got to win that. So
Yes.
I'll be right one way or the other.
There you go. Reinforce, what about you?
I'm looking out for United Kingdom versus Germany, right? I mean, Germany has been on the rise these past 2 days, but United Kingdom on cruise control.
Ooh, I like that, baby.
Yeah, you can. Oh, he likes it when you say it.
Yeah.
We don't.
Cool,
That's
cool,
true.
golden boy.
You know what it is? It's because we match, and yes, Mani and Doa, we're gorgeous.
No,
Okay,
adorbs. Totes adorbs.
Totes adorbs.
Totes.
Any
Totes.
match for you, Zoe, that you're pumped for tomorrow?
Well, I guess I'm picking Brazil, New Zealand because no one has said it. But
Okay.
yeah, also, you know,
There you go.
New Zealand.
Yeah?
Black
Still rooting
jersey.
for them. Yeah.
Black jersey, black dress,
Flag.
matching uniforms.
Yeah.
And the flag to wrap
And the
herself
flag.
in.
That's right. It's going to be great. I can't wait. And we thank you so much for joining us here for day 2 of the 2017 Overwatch World Cup Los Angeles qualifier. But tomorrow, it all ends. We determine who will make it to BlizzCon, who will fill the final 2 spots. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. And we hope that you join us tomorrow for plenty more Overwatch. We'll see you then.